Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our wrestling news update. Today's story is making huge waves across the wrestling world. Former WWE star CJ Perry, widely known to fans as the ravishing Lana, has gone absolutely wild with excitement over AJ Lee's shocking return promo on Monday Night Raw. This moment not only brought back nostalgia for millions of WWE fans but also showcased the massive influence AJ Lee still carries in the wrestling industry. In this video, we're going to dive deep into what happened, CJ Perry's reaction, why this return is so important, and how fans are reacting all across social media. So stay tuned, because this is one story you don't want to miss. AJ Lee's shocking return promo on Raw. After years of absence, AJ Lee stepped back into a WWE ring to cut an electrifying promo. Fans had been speculating for months about whether AJ would ever return, especially after CM Punk made his comeback. When the music hit and AJ appeared, the arena erupted. The crowd gave her a standing ovation, and the energy in the building was absolutely electric. AJ Lee addressed the fans with her signature confidence, combining heartfelt emotion with sharp wit. She spoke about her history in WWE, her love for professional wrestling, and hinted at the fact that this is not just a one-off appearance. According to insiders, this promo sets the stage for AJ's full-time return to the women's division. CJ Perry's emotional reaction. Now let's talk about CJ Perry. The former WWE star, who once managed Rusev and became one of the most recognizable female personalities of her era, took to social media immediately after AJ Lee's promo. CJ posted multiple tweets and Instagram stories, expressing just how thrilled she was to see AJ Lee back in the spotlight. Her words were filled with excitement, admiration, and a touch of nostalgia. She praised AJ for breaking barriers during her time in WWE, highlighting the fact that AJ was one of the trailblazers for today's women's wrestling revolution. CJ didn't hold back. She literally said she was screaming, clapping, and even tearing up while watching the promo. Fans loved seeing this genuine reaction from CJ Perry because it reminded them of the sisterhood and respect shared among female wrestlers, even if they aren't working in the same company anymore. Why AJ Lee's return is so important. AJ Lee's return isn't just another comeback, it's monumental. Let's break down why. 1. Trailblazer for women's wrestling. Long before the women's revolution officially kicked off in WWE, AJ Lee was carrying the division on her back. She cut promos that felt real, fought with unmatched passion, and made fans believe in her stories. 2. Connection with the fans. AJ wasn't just a superstar, she was relatable. She represented the fans who didn't always fit into the typical WWE mold. Her pipe bombshell promo years ago is still considered one of the greatest moments in women's wrestling history. 3. Timing of the return. With stars like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Bayley dominating, AJ's comeback adds fresh energy to the division. Fans are already speculating about dream matches: AJ Lee vs Becky Lynch, AJ Lee vs Rhea Ripley, and even AJ teaming with CM Punk in mixed tag scenarios. Fans explode on social media. The moment AJ Lee's music hit, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok went absolutely crazy. Hashtags like #AJ Lee return and #Raw after AJ started trending within minutes. Fans posted throwback clips of AJ's past matches, shared emotional reactions, and flooded WWE's official pages with excitement. Some fans even said, "This is bigger than any surprise return in recent years." What stood out even more was the wave of respect AJ received from former colleagues like CJ Perry, Paige, and others who once worked closely with her. CJ Perry and AJ Lee, a look back. CJ Perry and AJ Lee may not have had a long rivalry in WWE, but their paths did cross multiple times. Back in the mid-2010s, AJ was already a top star, while CJ was gaining recognition as Rusev's manager. Even though they didn't feud extensively, there was always mutual respect. CJ has mentioned in past interviews that AJ was one of the women she admired because AJ proved that you didn't need to fit a certain mold to succeed in WWE, you could be yourself and still make it to the top. Her emotional outburst after AJ's return only reinforces that admiration. The power of nostalgia in wrestling. One major reason AJ Lee's return has hit fans so hard is nostalgia. Wrestling thrives on emotion, and nothing pulls fans in more than the return of a beloved star. Much like when Edge came back in 2020, AJ's return connects fans to a time when storylines felt raw and characters were authentic. Nostalgia mixed with new possibilities is a recipe for magic, and WWE knows it. What's next for AJ Lee? So, what happens next? Based on WWE insiders and the way AJ cut her promo, it looks like she will be actively involved moving forward. Potential directions include feuding with Rhea Ripley. A clash between AJ's underdog persona and Ripley's dominant style could be a massive draw. Tag team storyline with Bayley or Becky. WWE could pair AJ with another top babyface for Dream Team scenarios. Mixed tag matches with CM Punk. Fans are already buzzing about the possibility of AJ and Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Whatever the path, AJ's presence alone guarantees excitement. CJ Perry's role outside WWE. Interestingly, CJ Perry herself has been making waves outside WWE. After her release, she focused on acting, modeling, and exploring new ventures. She has also appeared in AEW alongside her husband, Miro, formerly Rusev. Her enthusiastic reaction to AJ Lee shows how much she still cares about wrestling and how invested she remains in the success of her fellow performers. Fans are even suggesting that if CJ Perry ever returns to WWE or makes more wrestling appearances, a reunion or interaction with AJ Lee would be magical. The bigger picture, women's wrestling today. AJ Lee's return is also symbolic of how far women's wrestling has come. When AJ was active, women often didn't get the same spotlight as men. Today, women are main eventing WrestleMania, holding championships that carry prestige, and headlining pay-per-views. Having AJ Lee back at this time is not just exciting, it's inspiring. It reminds fans and wrestlers alike that pioneers are still here to contribute and share their legacy with the new generation.